Hello everyone! Welcome back to Let's Play Skyrim, The Tales of Kallista Aisdottir. Two factions done, we're well on our way. Today's set, we're going to be starting one of the DLCs. This was the first DLC to come out of Skyrim, or for Skyrim, called Dawnguard, and deals with the Dawnguard faction, which is a faction of vampire hunters. I really like this one. And it's going to be interesting playing through this one because I'm going to be doing something I don't normally do. I'll get to that when we get to it, but it should be interesting regardless. While I was off screen, I did get my crafting up, my blacksmithing up to 100, so I got legendary tier stuff now. Blackguard is the armor set that you get from Delvin's brother over in Solstheim. And it is a few points better than Linway's. So I decided to equip it. I've also gotten more potions, started brewing some stamina because we kind of need those. And I also got a letter from Firebeard for continuing on the Potama questline. I also was able to get the House in Solitude, fully upgraded it, and we're good to go, honestly. And that's about all I've done. Also, I did get all of the Totems of Heresy. Due to a mod I have, I'm not sure which one it is, I can use a power to summon any of the totems and use them as a way to sort of change them on the fly. So I have more customization with how I want it. I currently have the Totem of the Hunt, which allows me to see people. When I did go back to my workshop type deal, I did find that this was also a spell totem I could get, which allows me to use my werewolf senses to see, hear, and smell far better than humans. It gives me the ability to see where creatures are. It's just, boom. There's a creature over there. So yeah, it's pretty useful. I can also see corpses. This quest line starts, or can start, when you hit level 5 or 10, I believe. And maybe 15. Will take you over here. Basically, when you get to a town, you'll be met with a orc dressed in some armor who will come up to you telling you about the Dawnguard. And you come over here to Fort Dawnguard. About it. So let's go! Alright. Also, sorry if I sound a little out of it. My throat is a bit sore. I'm not used to talking as often as I am lately. I had a lot of videos in the backlog.
Oh, hey there. You here to join the Dawn Guard?
So,
truth is,
talking while recording again is kind of, yeah.
I've done anything like this before. I hope you don't mind if I walk up with you. Hey,
sure.
Don't tell Isran I was afraid to meet him by myself. Not the best first impression for a new vampire hunter, I guess.
Fair. This place is pretty, though. Look at this. Oh, gorgeous. If you were to have come here, there's even a Lorkhan start here. If you were to come here before the DLC, you would still see the indentation in the cave for where the cave was going to be, but it would all just be rock. Fort Dawnguard. A lot of mod authors use this design for their player homes. It may not be for the fort itself, but they use that type of stuff. It's really cool. Oh. All right, let's do this. Howdy.
Join the Dawn Guard? Good. Isran will decide if you've got what it takes. Go on, he's right inside.
Sounds good to me.
Why are we here, Tolan? The Vigilance and I were finished with each other a long time ago.
You know why I'm here.
The Vigilants are under attack everywhere. The vampires are much more dangerous than we believed.
And now you want to come running to safety with the Dawn Guard. Is that it? I remember Keeper Carset telling me repeatedly that Fort Dawn Guard is a crumbling ruin, not worth the expense and manpower to repair. And now that you've stirred up the vampires against you, you come begging for my protection.
Isran, Carset is dead. The Hall of the Vigilants, everyone, they're all dead. You were right, we were wrong. Isn't that enough for you?
Yes, well, I never wanted any of this to happen. I tried to warn all of you. I am sorry, you know. So who are you? What do you want? Got a fire in your belly to kill vampires, eh? Good for you. But look around. There's really not much to join yet. I've only just started rebuilding the Order. I need someone out in the field taking the fight to the damn vampires, while we're getting the fort back into shape. Tolan was telling me about some cave the Vigilants were poking around in. Seemed to think it was related to these recent vampire attacks.
Tolan, tell her about, what was it?
Dim Hollow.
Yes, that's it. Dim Hollow Crypt. Brother Adelwald was sure it held some long-lost vampire artifact of some kind. We didn't listen to him any more than we did Isran. He was at the hall when it was attacked.
That's good enough for me. Go see what the vampires were looking for in this Dim Hollow Crypt. With any luck, they'll still be there.
That's good.
Here, you should take a crossbow. Good for taking out those fiends before they get close. Feel free to poke around the fort and take what you need. There isn't much yet, but you're welcome to anything you can use.
Sounds good to me.
I'll meet you at Dim Hollow.
So the fort's actually pretty nice. We have a nice little room back here for food, halls, stuff like that. Kitchen. And back here is the smithy. Pretty simple stuff. Yeah. What are there any mods that change Castle or Fort Dawn Guard?
Never.
A crossbow. Best thing.
This is actually
Just take a few shots.
pretty good for me playing as Kali. I mentioned in a previous video that Kali came from, in my story, the Ebonwood. The Ebonwood is actually overrun with vampires. They run the continent as the unofficial official rulers. So it's nice. Plays really well into the story. Speaking of the Hall of Vigilance, by the way, it's right here. I'm just gonna head over there real quick. Turn around. That way. Let's actually see what's going on here. The Hall of Vigilant was the Skyrim's basic home to the Stendars, the Vigilants of Stendar, which are people who fight the Daedra and anyone who aligns themselves with Daedra. Technically, my character would be a person they would want to hunt and kill.
Brilliant.
Because I am a werewolf, which is a tied to kerosene. Ooh, bright light. Is that the unholy vigil? This is tied to something else later on. So let's grab that for later. By the way, read this and you'll learn about the crystal shard I got. These are only used for selling. Okay. There it is. I knew there was one here. Kane's Iron Mace. Cool. Alright, let's head to Dim Hollow. Now, this actually is one of my favorite DLCs. I love this DLC. Ooh, quick save. And funnily enough, the path we're going to be taking is one I don't normally take. Those of you who've seen my original playthrough of this, you'll know what I'm talking about.
Vigilants never know when to give up. I thought we'd taught them enough of a lesson at their hall.
To come in here alone. A fool like all the rest of them.
He fought well, though. Jedon and Bressoff were no match for him.
Ha! Those two deserved what they got. Their arrogance had been...
Nice shot. Frick. Yeah, not gonna get much off on him.
Now your blood is mine.
Oh! 2 quick rolls into a frickin' chokeslam. Nice. Oh, Death Hound. That. Eat that. There we go. It's because I was crouched when I went into the kill cam. That. Back here. There actually is, I think a relic of Kane here, or of one of the Skyrim, not one Skyrim, one Legacy of Kane stuff, or just a vampire thing. But I don't think I've ever found it. I'll have to come check it out later. Alright, let's go. So we did get a crossbow as well. These were introduced in the game. Oop, ow, itchy ear. These were introduced in the game with the DLC. You can only fire bolts with them, but they are quick, strong, and easy to fire. The only downside is they're a bit annoying to use sometimes. Because you have to hold down the attack button like this. There we go. Callie is a archer, so this is actually pretty good for her. Alright. Nice. Thank you. Like, I would want L2 to be aimed down sights and fire, with like L1 being a or some other button to be the bash. But no, you have to hold down the fire button. Oop, that was a whiff. I love this thing. It just sounds so good. Ha! Satisfying. You know it's not gonna do much to me. I'm immune to your diseases. Let's go. Whoa. Where you at, doggy? Where'd it go? I'm actually gonna favorite this over the bow. This is technically stronger, but I like this better. Let's put that Okay. There we go. Alright. Save. Boop. Ooh. Bring it! Howdy! Where is my... Oh, I don't have this favorited. Shit. There we go. Alchemy's getting up there. I haven't really found a, what you call it? A recipe to really replicate Kali's alchemical prowess. He's not really. So for the time being, it's just gonna be health and stamina.
Never should have come here.
Honestly, I thought Spider was alive for a second there. Wait, hold on, I think I know where the cane thing is. Nope. Thought I was back here. Yeah. All these cobwebs are just bright, making this thing as bright as fuck. I remember it back when it was just Vivictus. But this is where that was where it was. Nope, don't see it. Okay. Kills Master Vampire while he's trying to resurrect that thing.
I'll drink you dry, mortal.
Didn't get in time, did ya? Yeah, don't see it.
I'll never tell you anything, vampire. My oath to Stendar is stronger than any suffering you can inflict on me.
I believe you, Vigilant. And I don't think you even know what you found here.
Are you sure that was wise, Lokio? He still might have told us something. We haven't gotten anywhere ourselves with
nothing. He served his purpose by leading us to this place. Now it is up to us to bring Harkon the prize. And we will decide.
Eh, sure, Lokil. I actually got Lokil. Fuck. Bring it! Let's see where they're at. I'm definitely gonna be upgrading my crossbows.
Your blood cold.
Fortunately, there is a Creation Club content that enhances the selection of possible what's what I'm looking for here? No. Of available crossbows, which is awesome. Yeah, I see you. Yep. Alright. Push the button. Ah! My hand! Alright, lights on. This way. Wrong direction. We're basically just putting the braziers to the end of the fire. It's a stupid easy puzzle because they can only go up and down. They won't slide this way. Huzzah! I did it! Open up. The thirst for this character online is obscene. But I understand.
Where is... Who sent you here? I don't know who that is. Is he... like me? Vampire. Yes. Not fond of vampires, are they? Well, look. Kill me, you've killed one vampire. But if people are after me, there's something bigger going on. I can help you find out what that is. My family used to live on an island to the west of Solitude. I would guess they still do. By the way, my name is Serana. Good to meet you. Your guess is as good as mine. This place looks pretty different from when I was locked away. Good question. Hard to say. I can't really tell. I feel like it was a long time. Who is Skyrim's High King? I don't know that name. You say she's Jarl of Solitude? Who supports her? Empire? What empire? Cyrodiil is the seat of an empire? I must have been gone longer than I thought. Definitely longer than we planned. Please, let's hurry. I need to get home so I can figure out what's happened.
Alright, so Serana is really old. Hi. She's at least older than, quite a few of the Skyrim games, honestly. Where'd it go? Oh, motherfucker. Let me... There we go. Let's turn on this. Let's just do this quick. Alright. She's also voiced by Laura Bailey. If you don't know who that is, well, she's awesome.
This feels like the right way. I was starting to worry.
She's a great voice actor, she really is. And a lot of people love her in this role because she did a great job playing Serana. And I would agree. This. I love I can just punch and kill things to the ground. Saves me a bit of hassle later on. Hi, what's up? Piss off. Yeah. Okay. That. Yeah, can't really tell about anything about who was buried here. Those are known as the Hall. That room specifically is known as the Hall of Stories, and you can learn through ancient Nordic symbolism a bit about the person buried here. Oh, you a toughin'. Let's go.
I knew
Red wall. Death Overlord. Whoa, that's gonna be tough. Heal. Good for you. Good. Not particularly. What? Oh. Word wall. Give me stuff. There we go. Huh. Honestly didn't know there was something back here. That's actually kind of cool. Alright, I'll have to come back here later looking for the thing. There is a door. For some reason I thought there was going to be a lever there. Ah!
It's so good to breathe again. This weather is incredible.
Alright. So, take her here. So there is a glitch, by the way. Fortunately, one of my mods fixed this. If you go to the castle before starting this DLC, you'll not be able to enter. The gate that bars entry is perpetually locked. Really annoying. Someone basically did an easy fix for it with this mod, and made it so we don't have to worry about that. I think it's the Skyrim Unofficial patch that did it. That or something did, I know. So it's best just to avoid this place for a bit. Castle Volkaher. Now, fun side note, the Volkaher clan of vampires is actually well known.
What is it?
Outside of Skyrim. Or at least the Skyrim vampires are. I believe it's in Oblivion. You hear tales about them that they're able to reach out from underneath the ice, like actually phase through it, and drag people down into the waters. They don't, but yeah. Alright, so we're not supposed to talk to me here.
Hey, so before we go in there, I think so. And thanks for asking. I wanted to thank you for getting me this far, but after we get in there, I'm going to go my own way for a while. I think. I know your friends would probably want to kill everything in here. I'm hoping you can show some more control than that. Once we're inside, just keep quiet for a bit. Let me take the lead.
Okay. So yeah, they fixed this glitch by removing the gate with just a door. There are other ways to fix it if you do get the glitch, but...
Trespass here.
Wait, Serana? Is that truly you? I cannot believe my eyes. My lord, everyone! Serana has returned.
I guess I'm expected.
I can't believe it.
My long-lost daughter returns at last. I trust you have my Elder Scroll.
After all these years, that's the first thing you ask me? Yes, I have the scroll.
Of course,
He has
I'm
the scroll.
delighted to see you, my daughter. Must I really say the words aloud? Ah, if only your traitor mother were here. I would let her watch this reunion before for putting her head on a spike. Now tell me, who is this stranger you have brought into our hall?
This is my savior, the one who freed me.
For my daughter's safe return, you have my gratitude. Tell me, what is your name? I am Harkon, Lord of this court. By now, my daughter will have told you what we are. Not just vampires. We are among the oldest and most powerful vampires in Skyrim. For centuries we lived here, far from the cares of the world. All that ended when my wife betrayed me and stole away that which I valued most. You have done me a great service, and now you must be rewarded. There is but one gift I can give that is equal in value to the Elder Scroll and my daughter. I offer you my blood. Take it and you will walk as a lion among sheep. Men will tremble at your approach, and you will never fear death again. Yes, I can smell it on you. The power of my blood will purge that filth and make you whole again. I will banish you from this castle. I will spare your life this once, but after that, you are prey. Perhaps you still need convincing. Behold the power! This is the power that I offer. Now, make your choice. So be it. You are prey, like all mortals. I banish you.
So, every time I play through this DLC, I always pick the vampire route. Because the vampire lord form that we just saw is actually really cool. You can fly above water, you can run, you can do a bunch of cool stuff with it. A lot of the perks are really cool too. But Callie was from the Ebonwood. A lot of strife in her family came from the vampire court. And I'm playing Callie. She would never want to become a vampire. While she may treat some vampires with respect, because some didn't choose to be a vampire, she would never want to be one. This is also the only way, canonically, or not canonically, the only way to cure your lycanthropy outside of the Glenmoral head. However, once you get rid of your lycanthropy, there's no way to getting it back. Period. Alright, so I'm going to explain a little bit more about the pros and cons of which side you choose. If you choose to join the vampires, you become a vampire. You gain access to that transformation we just saw Harkon do, and it will change depending if you're a male or female, obviously. You'll gain access to a new perk tree, a bunch of skills, access to a bunch of stuff inside the castle there. It's preferably mostly done for mage characters, though, because the Vampire Lord power is more magical focused. Choosing to join the Dawn Guard, you get more physical stuff. You get access to unique companions, specifically in the form of animal-based companions, as well as the original way to only get crossbows. Base game, or base Dawn Guard, you only get this crossbow, an improved version of it, a dwarven crossbow, and an improved dwarven crossbow, as well as unique bolts that you can learn how to make. Only way to get them in the game at all. Now it's not so much of a thing, but yeah. But again, this is more Kali's thing, so. I think there actually is a hidden thing if you bring Serana here. Suplex! Suplex!
Look at this. I should have known it was only a matter of time before they found us. It's the price we pay for openly recruiting. We'll have to step up our defenses. I don't suppose you have some good news for me. Of course. Why did I suppose differently? Fine. Tell me what you know. The woman trapped in there? That doesn't make any sense. Who is she? More importantly, where is she? I'm waiting to hear what any of this means. They what? And you didn't stop them? You didn't secure the scroll? So they have everything they wanted, and we're left with nothing. By the Divines. This couldn't get much worse. This is more than you and I can handle. Well, of course we do. I'm old, not stupid. We're just going to need some help. If they're bold enough to attack us here, then this may be bigger than I thought. I have good men here, but there are people I've met and worked with over the years. We need their skills, their talents, if we're going to survive this. If you can find them, we might have a chance. Right to the point, aren't you? I like that. Not like those fools in the Order. We should keep it small. Too many people and we'll draw unwanted attention to ourselves. I think we'll want Serene Gerard. Breton girl, whip smart and good with tinkering. Fascination with the Dwemer. Weapons in particular. Last I knew, she was out in the Reach. Convinced she was about to find the biggest dwarven ruins yet. Might need a little convincing, but she should. You'll also want to find Gunmar. Big brute of a Nord. Hates vampires almost as much as I do. Got it into his head years back that his experience with animals would help. Trolls in particular, from what I hear. Last I knew, he was out scouring Skyrim for more beasts to tame. Bring the two of them back here, and we can get started on coming up with a plan. Keep your eyes open.
Alright. So, they bring up the other things we get with the Dawn Guard. We can get armored trolls as companions, as well as a few other things. More time. Let's go here. God. Might take a bit of a break to let my vocal cords rest. But yeah, Callie, she would never join the vampires. This is also interesting for me, like I mentioned, because I always join the vampires. Just because I like vampires. Vampires are cool. It's a fascinating concept. However, I did play through the Dawn Guard side once. I skipped over a lot of it, so I don't know a lot of the story. What grab? Now you fucked up! Oh. That didn't do shit. Let's tag this place real quick.
I've been hunting and fishing in these parts for years.
There we go. Up here. I'm assuming this is the troll dude. Let's get that bear. Yeah, he is. Up there. There we go.
You
there! Hold fast!
I've tracked this damned bear for 2 weeks. I'll not let it have any more victims. Ithran needing someone else's help. Never thought I'd hear that. I'm afraid he's a few years too late. I've moved on. I have more important business to attend to. Besides, he can handle anything alone. He assured me so himself. What could he possibly need my help with? Vampires? Well, that might change things. Tell me more about what's going on. By the 8th. Alright, look. I'll consider it. But I can't just leave this bear to prey on more innocent people. Once it's dealt with, then perhaps I'll see what Ithran expects of me.
So, they keep talking about this Elder Scroll. I actually really like this concept. Elder Scrolls aren't actually... Let me try to explain this properly. They're not real in the sense that me and you would probably call real. They do exist. Like, they are an actual thing. But they exist in a somewhat non-existent manner. There we go. They're made up of the very fabric of reality itself. They're both tangible and intangible. You can't destroy one, you can't technically read one properly. There are ways to read it, but looking at an Elder Scroll directly is enough to send someone mad. And they have a tendency of disappearing and reappearing in certain locations. But all of them have very interesting things about them. They are stories of the future, of the past, of things that could be or should be. They exist multiplanar, multi-temporal. It's difficult to understand. Like, I'm probably getting it wrong in my description, but they are fascinating concepts.
Don't know how well I'd have managed by myself. You have my thanks. You've helped me, so I suppose the least I can do is find out what Ithran wants. He's still at that fort near Stendar's beacon, I assume. Of course he did. He's been working on that place for years now. Never lets anyone in. His own little fortress. Well, I guess I'll get to see what he's been up to all this time. I'll meet you there.
Score. And over here... Oop. I actually found this cave once,
I'll see you at Fort John
randomly, while exploring. Alright, next one. She is up over there. Oh boy. It's gonna be fun. Okay, there's the river there. We can go that way. Alright. Turn that off. But yeah, having an Elder Scroll is like having a piece of reality itself, or it's like having time wrapped up in a scroll. It's something that should not exist, but does. By the way, the location I just found, Liar's Retreat, that will be useful later on, whenever I decide to do the Daedra quests. Daedra artifacts also are kind of like Elder Scrolls, in that they have a tendency of disappearing over time. Like, hold on. The skeleton key we had earlier, That's a danger artifact. If we had kept hold of it, eventually, over time, it would have just disappeared and returned to Nocturnal. It takes a long time for it to happen, which is why we wanted to get it back before then. Because while it would have returned back to Nocturnal eventually, it would have been like another 3 eras before that happened. Mercer would have been long dead by then, Carlisle would have been gone, everyone would have been gone. And if that was the case, the Thieves Guild would have been gone, all the Nightingales would have been gone. It's an interesting question if the Nightingales would even have returned had we not done anything about it. Hello. Oh! We actually need that.
You haven't seen a sack full of dwarven gyros lying around, have you? I swear I left it right here. Do you think mud crabs might have taken it? I saw one the other day. Wouldn't be surprised if it followed me here. Oh, just look around, will you? Isran? Wants me? No, you must be mistaken. He made it exceedingly clear the last time we spoke that he had no interest in my help. I find it hard to believe he's changed his mind. He said some very hurtful things to me before I left. Anyway, I'm quite happy in my current pursuits. So if you'll excuse me... Yes, that was my point. I felt it was rather clear. Look, what is it you want from me? Vampires. Really? Oh, and I suppose now he remembers that I proposed no less than 3 different scenarios that involved vampires overrunning the population. Well, what are they up to? Well, that's actually something I never would have anticipated. Interesting. I'm not sure what they would do with one, but in this case, Isran is probably correct in thinking it isn't good. All right. If nothing else, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to learn more about what's going on so I can better defend myself. But I'm not just going to abandon what I've been working on here. It's too useful. I need at least 1 intact dwarven gyro. So either I need to find the satchel those mud crabs stole, or I need another gyro from someplace. You wouldn't happen to have one, would you? Thank you. It's not much, but this will help a great deal with some things I've been researching. Now, where is it Isran expects me to go? Ah, been working more on his secret hideout, has he? It'll be interesting to see how much progress he's made. I'll finish up here and head in that direction as soon as I can. See you there.
That was actually very convenient. We are near a dwarven ruin, so we could have gotten it anyway, so. Anywho, let's see here. Before we head back, tag that, go over here. That way. We're going up to that building. It'll make things a little more simpler for us in the future.
You better come with us right now.
Ah, those people. Oh, there we go. As a fun side note, this location, once again, was the original location of a alternate armor set that you could have gotten. Oh boy. I think this was originally the location of I don't want to say it's the ebony plate, which is what she's wearing. I think this was Daedrum mail. There you are. Go. Part of a mod I have. That quill allows us to copy, I think, like any scroll or something. Where is the thing I'm looking for? There it is. So if I had an angle on that book. Alright. So yeah, this makes it kind of almost, I want to say, pointless to join the Dawn Guard. Unless you want armored trolls. Because this makes it so you can craft some crossbows. I still don't think you can craft the base crossbows. Or the dwarven crossbows. But you can craft things like elven, stuff like that. The expanded crossbows can also be bought at the Fletcher in Solitude. Can I get the key? I'll take it all. That. Night Hunter. So yeah, ebony crossbow, elven crossbow, some dwarven bolts, some dwarven exploding fire bolts, shock. Steel. That's all. So yeah, you can now craft the crossbows if you want to. Let's see. Should be ebony. Yep, there it is. Actually really good. I do have a mod that gives that gives the ability to craft other bolts that don't exist, like dragon bone bolts, ebony bolts, shit like that. Physically, it doesn't change the appearance like some of the other bolts do, but you get more oomph, you know? I might stop by the Fletcher and see if I can get me a new crossbow besides ebony. Although I might stick with ebony, it's nice. Really wish that this didn't spawn me halfway down the frickin' mountain. Ah, they are upgrading. That's probably why they did it. Daytime. Fun side note. Anytime Serana is out in the daylight, outdoors in the daylight, she'll throw up a hood. This is known as the Vampire Leather Hood, and in base game, you can't get it. Really sucks because it looks cool, but you can't get it. Thankfully, a Creation Club content makes it so you can. You can thank Eleonora for it. Eleonora.
right, Isran. You've got us all here. Now what do you want?
Hold it right there.
What are you doing?
Making sure you're not vampires. Can't be too careful. So, welcome to Fort Dawnguard. I'm sure you've heard a bit of what we're up against. Powerful vampires, unlike anything we've seen before. And they have an Elder Scroll. If anyone is going to stand in their way, it's going to be us.
This is all well and good, but do we actually know anything about what they're doing? What do we do now?
We'll get to that. For now, get acquainted with the space. Soreen, you'll find room to start your tinkering on that crossbow design you've been working on. Gunmar, there's an area large enough for you to pen up some trolls. Get them armored up and ready for use. In the meantime, we're going to get to the bottom of why a vampire showed up here looking for you. Let's go have a little chat with it, shall we?
I made a friend.
Cozy little place, isn't this?
Yeah. I'm gonna look to see if there's a mod that can give an upgrade to Fort Dawnguard, because I kind of want to see if there's anything special I can get. Nope, don't go that way. What's up?
I knew it would come to this one day. I knew. And no one believed.
You know you could give her a better room.
This vampire showed up while you were away. I'm guessing it's the one you found in Dim Hollow Crypt. Says it's got something really important to say to you. So let's hear it.
You probably weren't expecting to see me again. I'd rather not be here either, but I needed to talk to you. It's important, so please just listen, before your friend here loses his patience. Well, it's about me, and the Elder Scroll that was buried with me. The reason I was down there, and why I had the Elder Scroll. It all comes back to my father. I'm guessing you figured this part out already, but my father's not exactly a good person, even by vampire standards. He wasn't always like that, though. There was a turn. He stumbled onto this obscure prophecy and just kind of lost himself in it. It's pointless and vague, like all prophecies. The part he latched onto said that vampires would no longer need to fear the sun. That's what he's after. He wants to control the sun. Have vampires control the world. Anyway, my mother and I didn't feel like inviting a war with all of Tamriel, so we tried to stop him. That's why I was sealed away with the scroll. I did, but something about you makes me think I can trust you. I hope I'm not wrong. Well, let's move then. I'm nothing if not persuasive.
All right, you've heard what it has to say. Now tell me, is there any reason I shouldn't kill this blood-sucking fiend right now? Set my hatred aside? Not a chance. It's what keeps me strong. You better know what you're doing. It can stay for now, but if it so much as lays a finger on anyone here, I'll hold you responsible. Got it? You hear me? Don't feel like a guest, because you're not. You're a resource. You're an asset. In the meantime, don't make me regret my sudden outburst of tolerance and generosity. Because if you do, your friend here is going to pay for it.
Thank you for your kindness. I'll remember it the next time I'm feeling hungry. So, in case you didn't notice the giant thing on my back, I have the Elder Scroll with me. Whatever it says, it will have something that can help us stop my father. But of course, neither of us can read it. Well, the Moth Priests are the only ones I've heard of who can do it. They spend years preparing before they start reading, though. Not that it helps us anyway, because they're all half a continent away. In Cyrodiil.
Some Imperial scholar arrived in Skyrim a few days ago. I was staking out the road when I saw him pass by. Maybe that's your moth priest.
Do you know where he's staying now?
No, and I'm not going to waste men looking. We're fighting a war against your kind, and I intend to win it. You want to find him? Try talking to anyone who'd meet a traveler. Innkeepers and carriage drivers in the big cities, maybe. But you're on your own.
Any idea how you're going to find a moth priest? Skyrim's a pretty big place. Well, back before you know, the College of Winterhold was the first place I'd think to go for any kind of magic or historical thing. The wizards know about all kinds of things that people probably shouldn't know about. Actually, now that I think of it, I'm going to come along with you. I've been really wanting to get out and explore a bit. That's a long story. I guess we kind of have to go way back, to the very beginning. Do you know where vampirism came from?
So I really like the story. So I'm gonna let's play out a little bit. We're gonna go a little over time, but I really like the lore. So yeah.
Exactly. The first vampire came from Molag Bal. She was not a willing subject, but she was still the first. Molag Bal is a powerful Daedric lord, and his will is made reality. For those willing to subjugate themselves, he will still bestow the gift, but they must be powerful in their own right before earning his trust. Nobody's ever asked me that before. I don't know. I think mostly I hate what it's done to my family. Well, you've met most of us. My father's not exactly the most stable, and eventually he drove my mother crazy with him. And it all ended with me being locked underground for who knows how long. It's definitely been a bad thing, on the whole. I will be. Just give me a little time.
So, to basically explain the process of becoming a vampire, a true vampire, not the ones inflicted with the disease. Basically, you summon Molag Bal. You then let him, how to put it delicately, let him have his way with you, essentially. He will then take a piece of his blood, drop it on your forehead, and when you return from his realm of Cold Harbor, you're a vampire. That's how the very first vampire was done, and that's how Serana and her mother became a vampire as well. They are referred to as the Daughters of Cold Harbor. Harkon, petty little bitch that he is, was a great lord in Skyrim eras ago. He feared death. You're not going to hear about this because you can actually hear about it from... You have to hear from him. But he feared death so much that he went to Molag Bal and basically said, make me one as well. Molag Bal's like, no. Fuck you. I don't trust you. No. And so he offered 1,000 of his subjects, plus his wife and his daughter. Molag Bal, alright, fine. Took the 1,000 souls from his kingdom, or his hold. Turned Serana and her mother into vampires. And then allowed Harkon to become a vampire in the non-degrading way. So yeah, Harkon is a whole bag of dicks. But we can try with Serana now, which is great. It's why I'm very careful when talking to Serana about how she became a vampire. I don't know if it's a thing. I remember reading that it was, but I'm not sure if it was content that was removed or not. But there is a way, according to the files at the very least, to cure Serana of her vampirism. That or there's a mod to do it. I'm not sure which it is, but I know it's a possibility. Alright, you?
Well, this isn't exactly a palace, is it? Still, it's sturdy, secure, and seems defensible. I suppose I'd rather be here than most other places in Skyrim. If Isran needs me, it must be pretty bad. I wonder what we're up against here. A basic one, of course. That is, assuming you know anything about steelsmithing. It's pretty simple. Talk to Gunmar if you need materials.
Simple enough.
It's not easy to get supplies way out here, but I'm managing. Take a look.
Do you have anything worth a damn? Enhanced, Imperial, Nordic. Ooh.
Farewell.
Cause if you're putting yourself in harm's way, you'd best be prepared. Take these.
I don't really want the heavy, but we can get an armored troll to come with us as well. I think it doesn't count as a companion, so we can have it and Serana.
I've discovered the whereabouts of a vampire lair. Destroying the head vampire is usually sufficient to scatter its minions, though it's best to destroy every last one of them. Isran had a surprising stockpile of weapons and armor. Take a look.
So I'm going to be doing a few things off screen, particularly in the terms of upgrading a bunch of stuff around here. Light, gauntlets, light. So I can make I can upgrade some stuff and whatnot.
Take care of yourself.
Hey. But we should be able to, I think. Not yet. He'll have some trolls in there later on. But I'm going to do a bunch of the side quests off screen because, you know, they're dull and boring. I will, however, let me think here. Do I have access to the area yet? It's going to take a bit of time to get up to it. I am going to unlock a player house. It's kind of weird it's not showing up on the map. It usually is. So I can have access to a storage room. A proper storage room. Yeah, that's the hood I was talking about. For some reason she's wearing it at night, though. So yeah. What? Come on. Whoop. Come on. Where's the other one? There it is. Hi. There we go. The current house I have, which is Shadowfall or Shadowvale, whatever it's called. Shadowfoot's Sanctum. There we go. Is great, but it's not my usual storage house. That's actually this one. Mirror Watch. Where's it at? Come on, I see you guys on the map. There we go. this is my usual player house. Or at least where I store shit. It's actually very simple to get done too. I'll take the book. All you need is the spell Flames, which is something every class has. Go up to the sigil, light it on fire. I think any fire spell will work for it. I wonder where Serana is. Now unlocks the door. And we're now at the house. There she is. It is a very simple house. Very small. But this gallery is super useful. You have the crafting in the middle of the room. Series of storage along the outer walls. The masks. And you have every single crafting possibility in the building as well. What I like to do, excuse me, ores and gems, animal bits, so dragon bones, curious chitin, leather, hides, ingots, and miscellaneous stuff. This way I can have easy to grab craftable stuff. This is where I store all my alchemy ingredients, excess potions, empty soul gems, filled soul gems, with jewelry for enchanting. This is my garbage. I just throw anything I don't need in here. Then over here, base game armor, or weapons, base game armor, base game miscellaneous stuff, Creation Club weapons, armor, miscellaneous, mods weapons, mods armor, jewelry, notes, journals, books, and treasure maps. And then over here, next to my beds, crafted weapons, crafted armor for what I need, and whatever I may need elsewhere. Then of course over here for food. So yeah, all this stuff is safe. I've used it multiple times, and it's been fine. So yeah. I'm going to go through the long and arduous hassle of moving all my stuff from Shadowfoot over to here. And yeah, what is really cool though, is over here, dedicated storage for shit. It's really nice. So, I'll see you guys next time. I will give you a quick warning though. Skull of Corruption, this hold, this weapon rack, is busted. The Skull of Corruption will constantly fall off. Sucks. So, that's it for now. Hope you guys enjoyed the set. I'll see you guys next time. We will continue on from here. As always, if you are interested in more about Kallista after the series of events, feel free to check out my book. It's on Amazon for $9.99. You can read it on any Kindle-based product as well as your phone. And I hope you guys enjoy it. If there's enough purchases, I will continue the series with sequel after sequel. So, I really want to turn this into a lifestyle because I love writing. Either way, I'll see you guys next time. Until then, as always, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Bye-bye!